Okay, hello everyone and welcome to another video here. If you're new to the channel, my name is Meydan. I'm a finance professional and a fintech entrepreneur for the financial markets, and we calculate the swing days, the swing hours with a pricing model in advance, right? And these videos are kind of like wrap-ups, and this is going to be the weekly wrap-up for how things panned out. So let's get me first of all out of the way, and then let's check out what happened. Okay, so as you know, we calculate the swing days in advance, and if I just bring this one up here, let's do that. Okay, so these are the swing days, as you can see. First, let's go with the swing days as usual, and then what we'll do is take a look at the hours as well. So gold, we had Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So let's start off with that, with gold. So Monday, that's your Monday. Market comes down. Now on Wednesday, it was in between levels. We can get rid of that now. So there's nothing to do here. I did say on Wednesday, if we come down here, we can buy. Okay. It came down there on a Thursday. Okay. Was it okay to buy that on a Thursday? It certainly was, because we had a PST level on Thursday there. All right, so it was a PST level, which was 3,250 here. As you can see, we've got PST on the indicator, and we've got target PSTs here on the price as well. So there's the price, there's the indicator price, 3,250. Okay, and this was Monday. So on Monday, what happened on Monday? Okay, this is what happened on Monday. All right, so market opens up here, as you can see, and they sold off here. Now, this was not a good place to sell, obviously. All right, and we also have to move me down here. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so this is Monday. All right, Monday market opens high. It doesn't make a big drop down, but that's it. This is your high for Monday. All right, we had a swing hour just over there. Obviously, that's the place we missed. The only other place where we could have sold was like Tuesday in Asia. Okay, once the market sold in on Tuesday at the trading hours down, we went all the way down onto Thursday. On Wednesday as well, we had a trade in there, didn't we? Okay, we had this one, I think, over here, because I marked in that price. In fact, you can see it on that, on the daily videos, or you can see it in the members area. All right, because I think I posted it there somewhere. It was probably around here somewhere. Okay, on that one or that one. Okay, so it's not this one. Let's see, which one is it? It is. It's probably that one. No, that's the euro dollar. What about this one? That's the one. No, that's the euro dollar as well. Okay, it must have been either that, or I must have posted it somewhere else. But gold, we were up. Here it is. Okay, that's the one. Trading hours at the prices. Okay, and the market just went down nice and easy on this one. Okay, so yeah, because I was pretty sure I took that trade there. Okay, and that was it. And then, as you can see, it came down all the way into the target zone, right? Because we said this is a target zone. We had a PST level, plus the price level was also there, and that was the candle we marked in. Remember, we said we want to touch that candle, and that's exactly what happened. So there you go. Let's take a look at euro dollar. Now, with the euro dollar, we had swing day, Monday, Friday. All right, so those are the swing days. Euro dollar, Monday, Friday. Let's check it out. This is the daily. That's your Monday. All right, so we went all the way into Thursday. Now, this was also a zone. Remember the PST pricing here? Okay, so PST was spot on at 47 on that day. Obviously, that's going to change on Friday. But on that day, it was spot on. The setup did not change, but the price level will change day to day. Okay, because the daily chart. And that was the zone. All right, so where could you have sold that? Well, that was a sell level. That's London there. That was a trade hour. And on Monday, okay, this was a trade hour on Monday. All right. So the market sold in London, kept steady in New York. Tuesday trading hours, market sells off into the trading hours, comes back up again, trading hour, pushy down. Okay, remember our bias is to the downside. Okay, so you're not buying on trading hours. What you want to do, if we're selling, you want to wait for the market to come up into your trading hours that match your technical analysis so you can sell it off. Okay, and this is exactly what you should have done on Wednesday too, on Tuesday, on Wednesday. So you don't want to be selling here on the trading hour. You want the market to come back. They sold off here. This is Asia coming in, closing gaps, trading hour, sell off. Okay, and that's how it is. So once you got the hours, as you can see, it's all working out fine. Let's take a look at SP 500. Swing days for SP 500. I got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, so I guess you guys can see that nicely. There's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So SP 500, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're in no man's land. Okay, so those are the days. So market was down, so Monday buying is good. Also, you recall, I'm not sure if we had a Friday for this one last time, so just bear with me. Let me check that out as well. No, it was one Monday and Wednesday last week, so here as well. Monday, Wednesday. So nice going up into that zone. Market doing a stop sweep, selling off here. If you get the hours right on whatever you're trading, it'll work out fine. Okay, if you're sold on a Wednesday, you should have been okay. All right, maybe some of you got stopped out on this choppy move, but at the end of the day, the price zone was right, and you know, that's it. Sometimes you do get stopped out despite the fact that you're right, because it's just a matter of, you know, it just does happen when you get the time price right. Sometimes the market does a chop, but it's not often. It's like random, rarely. Okay, same here as well. If you're at the tops, if you sold here, okay, you want to make sure your stop losses are above the high, you know, a little bit of a place where the market will kind of like breathe. There is another also way to get into the market. If you don't want to sell exactly at the right, you know, right time price, and you want to wait for a U-turn, you can do that as well. For example, this is a trading hour, so you can wait for the U-turn, but your bias is to the downside. All right, if it's to the downside, then what you can do is this. You can just draw your lines support to support and say, you know what, if the market breaks down, I'll sell off. And this is another trading hour here, as you can see, and that's exactly where the market is breaking. So if you sold on that buy, your stop loss should have been just around here somewhere, okay, because you want to make sure you're out of the gap stop sweep as well, okay, or gap fill, and then the market falls in. So you can also wait for a U-turn, you can wait for a breakout. You know, there are a few ways to enter a trade. You can go to the smaller time frame, wait for the impulse, and then the retracement to sell off as well. So there are a few options there, but as you can see as well on this one, Monday, Wednesday. And the interesting thing about it is on Wednesday, despite the market went up on Thursday, it was just like stop sweep. It did not close above the high of Wednesday. All right, so, and then selling off on Friday would have been the way to go. And let's see what the hours were for Friday. So let's do this. 7:25, 11:45, 2:30. $7.25, 11:45. See, 11:45 is New York, and 2:30 is right there. Okay, it's priced about the same place, and then just falling off. Let me just refresh that because those boxes need to be in the right place. Okay, those boxes are pre-trade London, New York. Okay, as you can see there, New York retests and then sells off. Let's see what time that was. Did I have the hour? 2:30 might break out. If it does not turn, and should go to 4:30. Let's see what time that was. Okay, if it doesn't, that's your 4:30. So pretty much going into 4:30 there. I'll make any other comments. If it turns, it should go to closing, but manage it at 7:15. 7:15. This is your 7:15 market falling. Okay, so if anybody sold off, you need to manage the trade. Obviously, if you sold here or there, your stop loss needed to be above, obviously, that zone there. Okay, that would have given you enough to cover that trade. Okay, and that's all good. If you're using the PST, you would have also had target zones as well, so it's all good. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now the indices are pretty much going together, so you can actually check all the swing days here. I'll show you the swing hours as well. Now these are all UTC +3. That's Friday. Okay, this is Thursday. That's Wednesday. These are all posted a month in advance. Okay, that's your Wednesday. That's your Tuesday with some comments on it. And that's your Monday. All right, as you can see, all of June is already posted from the 20th of May. As you can see, all of this, the month of May was posted on the 20th of April. So you've got all of these way in advance. All you have to do is just follow through. Now with Bitcoin, as you can see, I only had Thursday on Bitcoin. In my videos, I've been saying, guys, I wouldn't be buying the highs because I am expecting the market to come down. So today's a Sunday, so let's see what happened on Thursday. That's Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday. Big drop down all the way in. Okay, so that's all fine there. All right, Thursday market selling off, and also it was a breakdown on the PST, as you can see. So selling it, in my opinion, is the way to go. There's room to come back down here, so we should come back down into the 96, probably back into the 80,000, 70,000 zone. I'm expecting the market to push down. I think Bitcoin is going to clean out a lot of people before it keeps going up, in my opinion anyway. Let's see how that pans out. But that's your Thursday. Now you can, like I said, match all your swing hours to those days as well. See how things panned out. Also, if these swing hours work for something specific you're trading, make a comment below so I can also check. Maybe you can then use those swing hours as well to trade that asset as well. It might be pretty good. The hours are generally for everything, but it's interesting to know if it's working really good with an asset which I'm not looking at, because I'm only looking at gold, euro, dollar, Bitcoin, SP 500, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq, right? So, and these are all UTC +3, okay? Because I live on the Mediterranean coast in Turkey, so that 3 is that zone, okay? And guys, also there are a bunch of, oops, not that one. There are a bunch of articles you can read in the blog here. And you'll see that these really might help you out if you're interested in reading articles here on the blog too. And this is the fintech website. If you don't know, we're also a fintech company developing the software for this, so we can pretty much check any asset at any time. So feel free to go through this website as well. And we also have this quant algo trading system now being developed specifically for a certain style of trading with tight money management. So normally I don't do quant and algo. Why? Because I'm always going with swing days and swing hours. But this is specific, and it has a certain money management routine that we've developed, which is like minimal risk. I've also mentioned this before ages ago on my X channel as well. If you don't know, you can follow me there as well, because when I do updates, I actually do them on X as well. So you can also follow me here as well. All right, as if you're on X anyway. So that's how the week panned out with the swing days and the swing hours. So there you go. All right, so we're not doing too bad. I think everything is okay. If you got swing days on the highs, you're looking to sell. If you've got them on the lows, like the market came down, you will be looking to go up, and so on. As you can see, all of these were pre-calculated. In fact, I calculated the whole of 2025 in 2024. All right, the swing hours and everything that I'm posting, like for the next month, on the 20th, or between the 20th and the 30th of every month, so you guys can have them in advance. And it's better to have the actually monthly perspective, because you can also look ahead for the next week, right? So for example, if we had a swing day Friday, let's see, do we have a swing day Friday this week? SP 500, for example, okay, let's see, was Friday, right? So if I go back to SP 500, so if I know last week, like Friday was a swing day, okay, so then I can check to myself, well, what am I going to do next week? And if I know the swing days for next week, then I can just come here. Tomorrow is going to be the 2nd of June. So then I know what the swing days are for SP 500. And if it is a Monday or Tuesday, then I can say to myself, okay, so if we head up somewhere, we can sell off. All right, so you can also do a plan for next week. Why is that important? It allows you to keep a position open if you want over the weekend. I don't normally do that, but some people may, depending on their strategy. The other thing is, then if I know Monday's a swing day, I'll want to look at the market earlier in London as well. So if I'm living in Asia or in New York, for example, I'd like to check what's going on in the trading hours on that day, so I'm like prepared. So the beautiful thing about having swing days and swing hours or trade hours in advance is that you can plan out your day, so you don't have to be stuck in front of the screen looking for positions all the time. Okay, so this is really, really unique innovation, knowing the hours and the days to trade. All right, have a great week trading. If you're interested in time and price trading, you can subscribe and follow through. If you have any questions, jot them down as well. I'll try to get back to you.